Hello, folks. Welcome
Hello.
in, everybody. Let me pop over here so you folks can see me and Cody in our new duds for 2025. Welcome in, everybody, to Drawing a Blank 2. How's everybody doing today? How are you, Cody?
I am fantastic. I'm super stoked to have this new UI made by the fantastic Val. She illustrated, animated, everything, and it looks amazing.
I'm so excited about it. I'm so glad that you like it. Let us know how you like the new duds, folks. I see familiar faces in the chat already. I see Robert, Umacorn, Wade, Patrick, Helena. It is so good to have you all with us. Alejandro, welcome in. Franco, hello. It's good to have you. Good to have you. I also see Jack and Wade in the chat. Hold it down for us. We are working with a brand new setup today. So if you folks notice something different with the audio levels or anything like that, let us know, because we have revamped our entire stream seed for this. But yeah, I'm pumped. And Drawing a Blank 2, similar to Drawing a Blank 1, but we have some new features for you folks. So if you have never watched an episode of Drawing a Blank, this is the show where you folks get to vote on a series of prompts that we have prepared for you in the YouTube chat, and you basically get to be the creative director as Cody and I go through the episode and illustrate stuff you vote on. However, there is a special final boss mode at the end of Drawing a Blank 2 that you folks get to be involved in, and I think it's going to be pretty awesome. Towards the end, you guys will get to throw us a curveball if you are selected to be our final boss, and I think it's going to be pretty rad. So this is the prompt that we have selected for today. We are going to be working with crafting materials, like video game crafting materials. So our first prompt is crafting material from the ocean or desert, and you folks will tell us if it's ocean or desert. Buried ore from the forest or cave, and rare items from the ocean or the forest. So if you head over to YouTube, you will see that prompt pop up at the top of the chat pretty soon. If you'd like to stay over on Behance, you can pop out the chat over on YouTube, make yourself a little voting module, and stay up to date with our little polls. And shall we jump into it? Shall we start round one?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get warming up here.
Round one, draw. Okay, so I'm gonna start out by illustrating like little modules, you know, because we don't have our poll is up, but we don't have the answer yet. You folks have to tell us if it's going to be from the ocean or from the desert, but we can still do like little clusters. What do you see in your head when you think of crafting materials for a game, Cody?
So many different things, like ores, like iron or gold, like honestly anything. I mean, bones can be a material, wood, crystals, I don't know, what plants of any kind, really. I mean, you could use any kind of plants.
I was thinking feathers too, like feathers.
Yeah.
You could even do like slime or sludge, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
I was also thinking, like, usually when you check out like video game art, they always have like, you know, you might see like, oh, this is a feather, and it'll just look like one feather in your inventory. But sometimes, because it's like, if it's specifically classified as like a crafting material, you'll see like a pile of it, like a pile of dust, or like a you'll
pile
see
of sand,
yeah,
or something like that. Yeah,
or like for like clay, you'll see like a brick of clay.
Yeah.
But then it'll be like laying on top of like a pile of like the raw material too. So I guess like for the beginning part, I'm kind of like building those little clusters of possible items. And then we can kind of turn them into whatever chat decides on as we go along. And I just drew on my background layer.
Oh no!
Yeah, you know? Wouldn't
make
be
a new
real
layer,
stream.
everyone.
Yeah, make a new layer. It's 2025. We had to start out with that at least once. Okay, I'm I'm gonna do like, this is like, I don't know if we'll actually make feathers, but I can do like a little fan of feathers, you know, a couple of them maybe, but they could also translate to leaves,
Yeah.
or something, you know, could be interesting. I've got like a little pile of possible ore materials. I don't know. We've got 9 votes in so far. The desert is winning, but it's close. It's 44 to 56%.
Oh, get your votes in, everyone.
Yeah, get your votes in. Again, those polls are in the YouTube chat at the top of the chat. However, if you'd like to stay over on Behance, I suggest making yourself a little voting module. Go to YouTube, pop out the chat. You can stick around on Behance, but you will get the little voting box for yourself as you're watching. Robert says octopus. You know, I feel like if it is from the ocean, we totally could do like a little tentacle or something.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've definitely seen multiple games with like tentacles or like monster parts, like horns or something like that. Like think like Breath of the Wild. Lots of different materials in that game.
Honestly, horns is like a really great idea.
Monster horns.
Yeah, monster horns. I like the, I'm actually doodling like a little tentacle right now. I like it when the tentacle has like a little bone in the sliced side of it, like ham.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, well, I was literally just about to say, like, you drew the ham when we were in San Francisco for Adobe Live.
Yes. Little ham bone, you know. I feel like it's funny to put, and I've done this several times, I feel like it's hilarious to put like a ham bone center in stuff that like really should not have a bone in it.
Yeah.
You know? Just throw you a curveball, chat. All right. Let's see. We are at 10 votes and it is 50-50.
Oh no.
50-50, y'all.
We could also do like little like clods of dirt or something too.
Yeah.
Like just thinking about different like seaweed, in terms of like ocean stuff, coral.
Coral would be awesome, honestly. And I was just about to say antlers, but I don't know if you would. I guess you could find antlers in the desert.
Yeah.
You know, maybe, but maybe more
maybe like an
stuff.
ibex antler or something, depending on like not like a deer antler necessarily, but like some kind of like desert animal or even it could just be fantasy too. I mean, you could just make up your own kind of antler, really.
My desert lizards have horns.
Yeah. Horntail lizard. Yeah. I mean, you know.
Ooh, that's actually a really great idea. Also, we could do jackalope horns.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't think jackalopes are real.
So true.
I think
they're not.
That's like
they should be though.
An American pretend animal that we just like tell people is a thing, and I think there's some people that might think, but I'm pretty sure somebody just tied an antler onto a rabbit and was like, "That's it. That's the jackalope." But some coral could be really cool. We could do. Honestly, from the desert, we could do like a scorpion stinger.
Oh yeah, like a scorpion tail or something. Totally.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities.
Spider venom or something like that. You know.
Because this is
now
like
we're getting the creative juices flowing here.
Yeah, we have like, you know, or for the second prompt, you know, so crafting materials to me could also be like, you know, not necessarily building material. Yeah. It could be like, you know, if you were running around in a video game and you needed like venom or leaves or essence of some kind. Yeah. It could be like that. It doesn't have to be something you build with. It could be something that goes into a potion, you know? Yeah, exactly. In fact, I kind of want to do spider silk. Yes. You know? Yeah, I was just about to say like either like spider web or something like that. Yeah. We just said vial of venom. Ooh, yeah, I love that vial of venom.
Like a cool little apothecary bottle or something with a label. Like,
you're speaking to my heart. Cody. You're speaking to my soul. All right, we have 14 votes now, and it is still tied.
Oh my gosh!
It is still tied, folks. So I'm going to say that the very next vote is going to be it. So we've got 14. Who's gonna be voter number 15 for us? Who's gonna be our tiebreaker? Voting for ocean or desert. I feel like we have great ideas for both, honestly, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And also we have an opportunity to do ocean again as well, because a couple of them, ocean and forest come up twice, desert and cave come up just the once, but ocean, it's ocean.
Ocean?
Yep.
Okay.
We got actually a few more votes there and it teetered, but the ocean has officially won. So we are going to do crafting materials from the ocean. And now we have to move on to our next prompt, which is going to be buried ore from the forest or the cave, which is about to pop up as a poll in YouTube. Are you ready to enter round 2?
Yes, I am.
I'm ready to enter round 2. Round 2, draw. All right, I'm gonna snag. Honestly, I'm gonna use my tentacle sketch. That's gonna be my crafting material from the ocean. As far as buried ore goes, we are trying to decide if that buried ore comes from a cave or from a forest. And I was thinking it could be really cool to do like a lump of earth with like ore veins kind of running through it. That could be interesting. What do you think of when you think of like video game ore?
Yeah, I like either like it could be like maybe like gold coins or like the raw material like you said, or like I think in Skyrim and Breath of the Wild a lot of games will do like the like ore bar, like you'll take the raw material and you'll make it into like a gold bar or something like that. Yeah, just like your typical like metals. But it could also be a fantasy metal too. It doesn't have to exist in real life. I mean, you could just like go crazy with it too, you know.
Adamantium is allowed.
Yeah, exactly.
Adamantium's allowed, folks. Unobtainium also allowed, but it would be a choice to do that one. That would be a serious choice. What I think is like kind of cool to do is like sometimes they have like when it's sitting in your inventory, you'll see like both versions, right? Like you'll the icon will look like the raw material and the processed material sometimes. So it would be cool to do like maybe like a lump, and then next to it we could do like a little stack of ore.
Yeah.
Could be fun. My perspective is very interesting for this sketch, but for me, I like to sketch out kind of what I'm using, and then make it pretty later. So I have like, you know, I need a starting place. I think that's actually gonna be great. So let's see how our ore is going. So we have 5 votes so far. It is 40-60 in favor of the cave, which is fun. And cave to me, I instantly think gold.
Yeah.
You know, although like I said, or like you said, you can pretty much do whatever you want for this. What would you guys do? Like, give us some ideas too in the chat. Go Ocean! Go Team Ocean! Yeah, Joshua and Paloma really wanted Ocean. Also, welcome in Apurva, and hello Bex. So good to see you. Farah, welcome in. It's nice to have you with us today. I also see Patrick and Jana over on YouTube. Thank you for joining us, folks. Okay, that's gonna be, believe it or not, is actually going to be an ore at some point. I swear it. I love the shark teeth.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm considering still. I still don't know for sure what I'm gonna use, but
I'm
thinking
loving
about
it,
it.
to be honest. I think that they're like in Cody style, they do look like the acorns of the sea, which is also perfect. Which is also really good. They're like the
Amazing.
danger acorns of the sea.
Yeah. Or sea glass could be an interesting one too.
Ooh, because the colors would be really,
the colors,
really cool.
yeah.
Yeah, the colors would be amazing. Okay, so I've got my oar, I've got my tentacle. I'm trying to see what else, you know, how else I could do that. I could also do like just like a 3 nugget situation, because that's another way you kind of see it. It's just like, here's nuggets of this stuff.
Love a good golden nugget.
Yeah. Another way, in fact, I'm also going to pull up like Pinterest. It's something I like to do during these shows as often as I can, to like kind of create myself a little reference of like what are video games doing and how can I use that as inspiration. The first thing I see, Cody, that we didn't even think of, unless you somehow sketched it and I didn't notice, fossils from the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
Like we could totally do fossils.
Yeah, like a little circular,
little swirly.
I forget what they're called. Yeah. Can't think of the word right now. I'm sure Wade knows.
Right now.
Animal Crossing fossil.
Yeah, what is that? I had to stop myself from drawing the fossil from Animal Crossing.
Yeah, there it is, right there. I am so blanking on the word right now.
Gosh, does it say it on this artwork? I wonder if there's like a... Nope, it doesn't say it. It does not say it, but man, I'm thinking really hard about it. It's not coming to me, but... Also, I noticed somebody else said, like, with regards to crafting materials from the sea, someone else said, like, treasure chest. That's a great idea, because it doesn't necessarily have to be like a sea creature, right? It could it could be whatever you want it to be.
A pearl necklace.
Yes. Honestly, a mermaid's purse would be really fun.
Oh, yes.
Trilobites.
Thank you.
Wade.
Yes.
Thank you. Franco is also talking about stalactites and things, because we could be venturing into the cave. We've got 11 votes, and the cave is winning 64%.
Okay.
So we are getting pretty close. I'll let you guys vote on that for just a little bit longer. Approval wants to know if any of us are working on a video game. I started like the items and things for a video game I wanted to make many years ago, and just never finished it because guess what, guys? Making a video game is one of the hardest things you can do.
Hard.
It's really hard to do. I'm also gonna do just an ingot, like just a straight, like just an ingot instead of a bunch of fancy ways to do stuff. Doesn't have to be uber fancy if I don't want it to be. Okay, let's see. Oh, great. Now it's tied.
Oh no.
We have 14 votes, so I'm gonna say the next tiebreaker is gonna let us know if we are going to the forest or the cave for ore. I guess you could also do like a patch of ground, right?
Sure.
For an ore.
Yeah.
Just like a swath of land.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we're going to the cave. Cave it is.
Okay.
Yep, cave it is. Honestly, I feel like that's a good choice. I feel like that's a great choice. All right, so we have now chosen our cave for where we are getting our ore. And I think that I'm actually going to, I might just go with the ingot for my ore, because it'll be, I want to finish, you know, for that illustration for the stream. So we are going to dive into our rare items from the ocean or forest, which is round 3. You ready to start round 3, Cody?
Yes, absolutely.
Round 3, draw. I'm having too much fun with the transitions. It's making my day. All right, so rare items. This could also be kind of like what we did with the other, because it doesn't have to be an ore. It doesn't have to be like a plank of wood or something like that. It could literally be like a super, like an ultra rare, something that's really fun and special, sort of thing. I'm thinking like a pearl, if we do ocean, could be like fun. Maybe like a glowing clam.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
absolutely. Oysters, something like that.
Okay. There's a big, what is that? I know there's like giant clam, but like, is there a word for that? I should know. I watch so many sea documentaries.
I think they're just called giant clams. I could be wrong, but
a giant clam could definitely be.
Yeah, giant clam.
Okay. So we have giant clam for the possibility of ocean. Forest, if it's like super special from the forest, I feel like we could do like a phoenix feather or something.
Ooh, yeah,
like
that's a good idea.
Or, I mean, my instinct is that I want to do an eyeball. I could do, like, if it's from the ocean, we could do like a kraken's eye.
Oh, that's a good one.
In fact, I'm gonna make my little drawings smaller, and I am gonna doodle us a kraken's eye, because I think that needs to happen with like a weird pupil.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
And then, once we're finally done with our sketches, I will finally be able to prove to any newcomers watching that I can draw, because I can start detailing some of these. Because right now they're a little pitiful. I'm gonna full screen Cody, because Cody, maybe you can show the collection that you have so far. Like, I would already.
Sort of.
I feel like I can already tell what they are very well.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, good.
Like, I think that you have your superpower is that when you put your concept down, it's readable almost immediately.
Oh, that's great, because I usually feel like I'm like a really slow sketcher, and like it takes me so long to like get stuff down, so that's really nice to hear.
I feel like we also have only really been illustrating for 20 minutes. Yeah. And that's a lot for 20 minutes. So one thing, and I'm sure that if there's any streamers in the chat, you probably have felt this. I have to remind myself of this all the time. Everything feels like, when you're really trying to get some work done on a live stream, sometimes everything feels like it's taking too long.
Yeah.
Because people are watching and stuff, but like when I sketch with other people, and we are not live, I realize that I kind of blast through everything, because I'm like, I've got that weird like lizard brain telling me like, you need to finish this faster. You need faster, you know, because like when I first started streaming, I was slow. I would take like 4 hours to like do a sketch, which is fine. If you are not trying to, you know, if you're not illustrating for entertainment for like a show. You know what I mean? So I sometimes feel like I'm too hard on myself with how long it takes me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think most artists are really hard on themselves on that way, honestly, especially because like we've spent so many years seeing like time lapses and stuff, and
Oh
it's just like
yeah.
not a realistic way of viewing the artistic process, so
Mm-hmm.
it can be difficult, you know.
I made the mistake when I first was like learning digital art. That's, I'm self-taught, so I was just kind of watching those time lapses from like Fing Zhu
Yeah.
on YouTube, watching like the shorts, not shorts because we didn't really have shorts back then, but like the time lapse videos from like the Gnomon Workshop and stuff back in the
Mm-hmm.
day. Anthony Jones and all that. They were putting so many of their time lapses up, and I don't know why I thought this, but I was like, that's how fast people paint.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really get it, because I was
Yeah.
just kind of exploring digital art, and then my friends were like, no, Val. No, 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 no.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. All right, let's see. It looks like the forest is winning. We've got 7 votes.
Okay.
Forest has got 57% right now, and it's only been up for like 4 minutes, so I feel like we can give it a little bit more time if you guys would like to add a vote, sway the vote however you like. Oh, guess what it is now? Can you guess?
50-50.
It's tied. All right, so I've got 2 tentacles sketched out here, but that's okay. If we are going for ocean cave and then possibly something else, I could do nothing stopping us from doing more than 1 per prompt.
Sure,
we just
true.
want at least 1 per prompt. So I think I'm definitely gonna do the Kraken's eye and the tentacle. I also think that I'm gonna do my ingot. So I'm gonna start kind of separating those so I have them. Because I want to be able to put them on the same main page together. I also think, let's see, I can't do too many things from the ocean, otherwise I'm going to end up with only ocean items. So I don't want to do that. Rare from the forest could be, what else could rare from the forest be? It could be like a golden pine cone. It could be,
yeah, some kind of like rare amulet or something.
Yeah, it could be
really,
like
it could be anything.
It could be like a statue or something.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be like, a piece of tree.
Yeah.
It could also be like a little totem carved out of wood. Especially since this is like the rare item, so it doesn't necessarily have to be like a material.
This is like the specialty piece.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do like a little guy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do like a pendant or like a little brooch of some kind, like a golden pendant. I don't know.
Okay. Oh my god. I've drawn I'm sorry. I've drawn like this little statue of a guy that's like meditating.
Oh my gosh, I love him.
This is definitely coming from the forest. If it doesn't get chosen, I'm leaving the sketch up because I love him. He's just meditating in the woods. I imagine you might find this underneath at the base of a tree somewhere, just hanging out.
So Robert suggested amber, so I'm gonna add a little thing of amber to my amulet.
That is so great. In fact, technically, amber, we could do like a mosquito trapped in amber.
Yes, that's exactly what I drew. A little buggo guy.
That's amazing. I'm gonna do like a little nugget and then put something else in it. Maybe I'll put, yours is perfect. Mine is unpolished for sure. I'm gonna put a little, maybe I'll just do like a little butterfly. I've never seen it. Well, I think maybe butterflies, if I'm sure they do get encased in amber, but I'm sure they're not perfect. Because the butterfly wings would probably get ruined. But we can do whatever we want.
Yeah,
so maybe
exactly.
Maybe I'll do.
I mean, we're talking fantasy here.
Yeah.
Krakens don't exist either, Val.
Yeah, we are on the exact same wavelength. If Krakens are real, I can put a butterfly in amber. That's a great. Who did that come from? Because that is Robert. That's a great idea, Robert. Excellent idea. Okay, 12 votes, and guess what? Can you get?
Oh my gosh, are you serious? It's 50-50 again.
It is 50-50 again.
Wow.
We're gonna tiebreaker, ocean. 50%, tiebreaker. Okay. I'm gonna say it's ocean because we have it at 54. Okay. So we have got Ocean Cave Ocean. Then.
Ocean Cave Ocean. Yeah, it's very oceany today.
We've got a theme here, which honestly is fine because I illustrated more ocean characters than not. So I'm gonna take a little time
or something
while you kind of figure out what your set of items is gonna be. We have a new segment towards the end of the stream. We're about halfway through the show. Maybe a little over halfway through the show. So Cody and I are going to work on our items. And one of you is going to become the final boss of this episode. So we have a link that we're going to put in chat. I believe I sent it to you, Wade. There is an Instagram post over on my Instagram about drawing a blank. If you folks leave us a comment, like, I don't know, maybe an idea for a theme for a future episode, anything like that, stuff that you would like to see us do on the show, leave us some kind of comment, even if it's just an emoji. And I am going to randomly select with a little raffle picker a winner from among those comments, and you guys, as the final boss, whoever gets chosen, you get to tell us what me and Cody have to build with our materials today.
Yeah. Generally speaking, what would you like to see us build with our materials?
Yeah, if I have, we'll see what, I guess, because this is, these are video game rules. So we don't necessarily have to be like, what could all of them be if you smashed them all together? What could you summon with these items? What could you, what kind of potion could you make? You really could do whatever you guys want. And then we will be building whatever you guys tell us to build. Okay, I'm gonna make my Kraken's eye bigger. I'm gonna start sorting these things. I'm also going to, I'm using my layer via cut to kind of separate items as well so that I can detail them comfortably.
I'm still deciding on what my items should be. I have so many now. This is so difficult, like not knowing what we're going to be using it for.
Yeah. But you really, I don't think chat would begrudge us some like finessing interpretation a little bit.
Creative freedom.
Yeah, a little bit. But like, if you tell us that we have to build a legendary weapon, or I guess we really don't know what we're gonna get. That's what I was thinking in my head. But they technically, I always say we're the masters of this realm for a short time only.
Short time.
You will be the masters of this realm, and I have no idea what you guys would choose. But I was thinking like, I don't know, like a legendary weapon, or like a I don't know. What would you guys?
I have.
What kind of curveballs
pirate
would you throw at
sword.
us? Ooh.
Thinking that I might choose that as like my rare item.
Okay.
For the ocean. Although you said that we can choose more than one for each prompt, so...
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Let's see.
Abdo, welcome in. We are doing great. We are creating some pretty cool video game items. Everybody's kind of come together to help us decide what kind of items we're working with. And we are now kind of illustrating. I've got like a kraken's eye and some ore and a tentacle and stuff. Things that if you were playing a video game that you might find yourself working with to craft fun items and things. This has been our one of our many video game-esque episodes, I should say.
Yeah. Okay. I think I've got my final list here.
Okay.
Seaweed, shark teeth, sea glass, pearls, pirate sword.
Okay.
Final answer.
All right. Final answer. I have got kraken's eye, fossil, tentacle, ore, and I think it's going to be a gold bar. Because I really want to paint a gold bar.
Yeah, I was gonna say the gold's a good choice because gold it can be like make it look really flashy, whatever it ends up being.
Yeah. I am also doing like I'm starting with color. I'm not doing it in grayscale first. I've gone straight into color and I'm doing like these big chunky shapes where I want certain things to be on the under my sketch, and then I'm gonna go in on top with like another chunky brush that's slightly smaller to do the lines and kind of go for an interesting, almost graphical style for it. Because I feel like if I try to paint it, I'll be here all day.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna check. I'm gonna peek at our thing and see if anybody is going to. So Kaj says that we could do like a Western episode. I think.
Oh.
That could be.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. I feel like you would tear that up, Cody. Like. That would be amazing.
Honestly, any like historical, like ancient Egypt or something like that could be really cool too.
Yeah. Oh, like a Wild West. So one of my favorite genres. Have you ever heard of Weird Western?
No. What is it?
So Weird Western is like historically accurate American Wild West. Okay. But magic is real.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's like they're like witches real, you know, like all this stuff, and I think it's one of my favorite genres. I've read books and stuff from that genre a lot. I think it's interesting because at the time in America we had so many cultures starting to like bubble within our country. There were people from so many different parts of the world, and we all had like our own folklore, and out in the middle of nowhere, people just had stories they were telling, and you still hear some of those stories now, but it's like, you know, kind of like one of the beginnings of like the melting pot American culture. And so Weird Western really lends itself to like all of those magical stories from all of those different cultures that came together at the time, all true.
That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Okay, I've got my major shapes. I'm trying to keep track of time too, because in the last little bit we are going to choose our final boss. We've got a few comments. Again, if you guys would like to be entered into the raffle to become our final boss at the end of our stream, check out our Instagram post. Leave us a little comment. Let us know what you folks would like to see in a future episode of Drawing a Blank, or you can leave us a little emoji just to enter yourself into the little raffle. we're going to do that raffle live here towards the end of our episode, which we are nearing. And then you guys, whoever our final boss is, gets to tell us what we are building with our items. And Cody and I will do a fun little sketch to kind of make.
We'll do our best.
Yeah, we will do. We will do. I like how that little interject. We'll try really hard.
We will try.
Yeah, we will try our very best to
no
create
promises
for you. Yeah. To create for you whatever you are requesting that we build with our building materials. Could be anything. We'll see how that goes, but okay, I've got my, honestly, this Kraken's eye, not looking bad.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's actually looking kind of cool. I've got my little sketchy sketches in there. And it's coming together. Okay, alright. Might do like a little darker red here. Not bad, Val, not bad. I think it needs a little shine. Yeah, that's a Kraken eye for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah,
For sure.
for sure. I might make this a little darker down here. Okay. Cool beans. We've got maybe 15 minutes. I'm gonna say, what time? Well, this is also new for Cody and I. I feel like we could do quick, like 5-minute sketches for our final boss. Yeah, I think that.
Yeah. Should be able to crack out a Kraken sketch.
Yeah. Here's my little tentacle. Looking pretty good. Let's get the little ham bone in there, of course. Of course. Gotta have the ham bone. And I'm also going to... I'm using a lot of like lock transparency to kind of build like the layers of this as well, which I think is actually not working out too bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do some transparency on that as well. I'm gonna grab some darker. Sweet. Darker here as well. And darken that. Sweet. Got a little tentacle going on. Oh, I love the sea glass, Cody.
Oh, thanks.
That's awesome. Love it.
I don't really know. I guess I could look it up, but I just don't really know like what colors sea glass are typically are. But I think it's kind of like,
it's like
greens and blues.
Yeah, greens and blues. Sometimes there's a lot of browns. It's because it's
right.
It's bottle glass.
It's bottles,
and stuff.
Right?
But there's a lot of, sometimes you get lucky and you find like some red and orange.
Right.
But typically it's like different shades, like varying shades of blue and green and white.
Yeah. Right.
All right, I've got my gold ore.
Nice. That looks
Looking
great.
good. Works for me. And lastly, I gotta do my fossil, of course. All right, we are gonna choose a final boss pretty darn soon.
Yeah, we have about 10 minutes left, maybe less.
Yeah, so in the next few minutes, if you would like to be chosen as the final boss of episode 1 of Drawing a Blank 2, head over to Instagram, let us know what kind of things you'd like to see on the show, or just drop us an emoji or two to show us that you're here, to enter yourselves into the drawing, and then we will do a little picker pretty quick here. Shark's teeth have fillings. Do they have fillings?
Fillings?
You could, yes. This shark was very serious about hygiene. He unfortunately did still lose the tooth, but he took pretty good care of it while he had it. All right, underneath here, I'm gonna grab some of this light color. I think that's close enough to what I was going for. Yeah.
Cool.
That's looking pretty cool. I'm gonna do a little shading on it. I think with a lot of these things, like, we could probably do a lot more if we detailed it for a lot longer, but
if only we had time.
Yeah. I think that we usually end up doing a pretty good job, though, as far as like what we do get done in the limited time. Especially also, like, we're also putting it together on the fly, so we get, you know.
Yeah.
But I have so much fun doing this with you.
Yeah. I kind of these days like being challenged on the spot like this on stream. It's just kind of like, oh, we never know what's gonna happen, and if it doesn't happen well, that's fine too.
Yeah. Well, I also don't feel bad about not getting it quite right, because it is a challenge, you know. It is like kind of a how is this gonna go sort of thing.
Yeah.
So. Okay. I think we probably want to do our final boss now.
Sounds good.
I am going to, right quick, let me pop over here. I'm going to snag our link to Instagram, and I'm going to pop it into our little raffle thing. And I am going to select somebody who is going to be able to tell us what we are going to be building with this. We only want one winner. It's giving me a little countdown. The pearls and the eye are my two faves. I would agree. I would agree. All right, we have... I lost my little... Where did you go, Tab?
Oh no!
Yeah, please do not forsake me.
Don't do this to us!
Yes. Come back to me. I like went and then came all the way back, and I might have to refresh it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's okay though. Okay. Kajvin? I think is that you, Rob? I think that's Rob. Because the user icons look very similar, but I'm not sure. It might be somebody else randomly from Instagram who is not watching, which would be unfortunate if we were to pick somebody who is not present. However, I think that maybe since it's the first time we're doing it. Oh, it is Rob. Okay, Rob.
Oh, nice.
You are our final boss. We've got 5 minutes left of our episode. We are going to be building something. Oh man, that looks good, Cody. That looks real good. We're going to be building something with our items. We're going to enter our boss fight mode. And Rob, you got to tell us what we're going to build. In the last 5 minutes, we're going to sketch something. Are you ready to enter boss
Hopefully
fight?
you've been thinking of stuff.
I have been thinking. I've been thinking of stuff too that maybe we can interpret. But let's do our boss fight. Ta-da! All right. I'm going to group everything and kind of put it in the corner so that I can look at it while we decide. What are you directing us to create, to craft with our items, Rob? Wade is like, final boss!
Yeah!
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be like individual for each of us. You can just choose like something generic and we will
it could be like
figure it out.
Make a legendary item, you know, or summon a legendary creature. I don't know. It really could be anything.
It doesn't have to be specific.
Yeah, I kind of thought of like things that could be a possibility, but really you guys could do whatever you want to do. And I'm gonna start drawing a little burst. a little like ta-da burst for whatever it's gonna be.
It's the item.
It's the thing. In fact, I'm gonna do that with like a big chunky brush.
I'm gonna do a little, like a little frame or something.
Yeah. You gotta pick quick, Robert.
Yeah, we only got a few minutes left.
Want. Our last little an aerial team. Okay, you know what?
Aerial team.
Okay, I'm gonna do, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a little guy that is like, hold on. I know what I'm gonna do. I have no idea. That is not what I expected to have as a suggestion at all. But you know what? We're gonna do it. Cody,
I don't know what we can do in the next 5 minutes, but you know,
if you wanna make my guy a weapon based on your items, I'm going to...
Oh, that could work. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to grab... Okay, this is so...
You're gonna make a little guy?
Yeah, I might... A little parachute guy.
Yeah.
And the parachute is gonna be, like, based on the shape of my, my fossil. So, I'm doing this quick. I'm doing this fast. But he's gonna need, I don't know, it's an aerial, I immediately thought like soldier guy. I don't know if that's what he meant, but there's my fossil inspired parachute. Here's my guy. He's gonna need to protect himself. I'm assuming there's a kraken down there, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh geez. Here's our little guy. I have never been thrown a curveball quite like this, Robert. Congratulations. Okay, here's our little guy. He's flying our parachute. There is definitely a kraken down where he is going to land, and he is armed only with, oh my gosh, that's perfect. He's from the sea. Mine is like a legit soldier guy.
I was like, okay, he's got wings, he's got a sword with seaweed, and it's got pearls dangling off of it, and he's got a necklace with a shark tooth on it, and
I'm full screening yours. Yours takes the cake. Yours wins. We have like 15 seconds, and I'm not even finishing mine. This is perfect. Oh no! I love this. Okay, your sword has been enchanted with the seaweed. It has like a cool little tail of sea glass. Yeah. Also, I didn't see those as wings. I saw those as fins, like, or gills.
Oh, so yeah, that could work too.
He looks like an ocelotl. Like warrior of the deep.
That was the plan all along.
And you know what? Thank you so much, Robert. We're going to do this every episode now, so if you would like to be the final boss in future episodes, keep an eye out on Instagram for our posts that go out. You can also still suggest themes and things for future episodes. If you would like to, we'd love to take some ideas from your comments to create our themes going forward. But thank you, folks. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Drawing a Blank 2, and we will see you another time. Bye,
Bye,
everybody!
guys.